Well, welcome back to Thank God You're Not My Child. Yes, it's a podcast. Another one. Slightly crazy comedy about parenting, how it's changed over the years, the fits kids throw, anything funny, teacher problems, all of that fun stuff. And today we're going to start with throwing those tantrums, those fits that's what it, I was grown up with fits, but tantrums, fits in public. Okay, so like I'm 54, and I knew by the time I was 2, definitely 3, that if I embarrassed my mama with any type of tantrum or fit in public, I was going to get my ass whooped. Noted fact. Noted fact. Not a beating. My mama didn't beat me across the face. She didn't. None of that crap. Oh, that's kind of not true. I did get slapped on the face once. Ooh, that's a good story. Well, I used to play the flute, and I was in 7th grade, and I had a solo coming up like the next day. Yes, I played ice castles on my flute in my tutu dress. Shocking, I know. Anyway, we're having dinner. And, I'm old enough to know bad words, good words, those bitch, not bitch, fuck, all of those. You've heard them. Kids hear them, but we know adults say them. Kids do not say them. So my older sister, I don't even remember what she did to piss me off, but it was enough that under my breath, you know how teenagers do, when they walk away from you and you're mad, or they say something to their sibling they don't want you to hear. So under my breath, I said, bitch. Well, I'm not the best at whispering. If you could guess, I don't really have a whisper. And if you know me, you know that's 100% true. My mom backhanded my mouth so hard. She told me that language was not acceptable and that I knew better. And punishment was over. I sat there. And now I had braces, so a little busted lip there. And of course, just shockingly cried because I was like, holy shit, I'm never saying that again in front of my mama. And you know how that goes. Never say that again in front of my mama. My mama mean business. And that is what I'm talking about. I knew what was acceptable. So I see these kids throwing fits. Now, let's just say they're not babies. They're not babies. I don't believe any of them are under 2. 1.5 or so. Because you can't, you're teaching them. They're going to do it. So I'm not saying babies, okay? So any haters out there, just or leave. That's pretty much your choice. So I watched 3 different, actually, to be exact. I did make a TikTok on it, but she was maybe 2.5, almost 3. And now, don't mind me, all of these kids are just cute as can be. And they're probably just kids. And they're upset, and as I've said before, the parents need to know their child enough to know, are they throwing a fit because they want the toy? Are they throwing a fit because they're tired? Are they throwing a fit because they're hungry? Are they throwing a fit because, they're, your child. So, she's very upset. And I'm just sitting here. My mama would have spanked my ass if she didn't pull me up right there and swap me one little butt on my butt and tell me to stop. Definitely when I got home for embarrassing her, I was going to get it. So then the next one, her mama, now I'm just going to have to say, first of all, her mama, it looked like, I'm just suggesting all of these are their mamas, okay? So her mama, she looked like she's 9 months pregnant, and I'm sure she's like feeling 9 months pregnant and has like a 3.5-year-old. And she's not very happy. And she was dragging her out of the store. Been there, done that. Had it done to me once, because once you get that whooping for throwing a fit when I was 3.5, I didn't embarrass my mom I didn't embarrass my mama like that in public, let's just say. So her mama was taking care of business. She was taking her out of the store. Cute little girl too. So her mama said, no, I don't think so. And so, that's what you got to do. She knows her child. And out we go. And I don't know about you, but if I ever took my kid out, we was in trouble. So yeah, so let's just talk about that. The third one, I'm thinking she might have been upset because maybe she was getting something and was upset that she didn't get to do something. I mean, she was maybe 4.5, 5, maybe even a little older, and definitely knew better. And all I can say is, if I'd done this, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Whew. Well, let's just say it's possible I wouldn't be here talking right now. I know. Well, okay. She would never spank me that bad, but I'd have wanted to be slapped that bad. I can tell you that. So, as I've always said, probably on episode 1, instead of judging these parents because we're all human, let's help them. And that's what I've kind of got in the works now. I want to maybe go around to different stores because I'm retired and don't do anything else. And help them. If your child's throwing a fit, sometimes someone coming up that no, you're not gonna hurt your child. I mean, because I would never touch someone else's child. That is where, thank God, you're not my child came from. Because I'm not gonna touch someone else's child, but I might look at them and go, shh, and see if it works. You never know. I could carry some, I don't know, some stickers, and maybe if they were really, really good and quieting down and talked and listened and told us what they thought, I might even have a little more stickers. Because, I'm retired, and this is my job now because I'm helping almost a volunteer thing. So we're talking stickers. Just, what kid doesn't like stickers? So that's one thing that I would like to do because we're all humans. How many Karens do you know? How many people do you know throw fits that are adults? Adult fits might not be screaming and hollering in public, but there are definitely adults that throw fits. I have in my past. So I'm not talking, oh my God, I'm so perfect. Never. I have thrown fits in my lifetime. I am born in Dallas, Texas. So if you know how those Texans are, we'll slap a little Oklahoma in them and then add some Indiana and Missouri too, because that's the states I've lived in. And you mix all of that together, do you know what you're going to have? One crazy person. But I love Jesus, so I ain't going to be no crazy, no serial killer or anything like that. Because, that kind of stuff, you're not supposed to do. So I don't kill people. So, oh, was that going too far? Okay, no, it's not. It's okay to be honest. If I didn't have God in my heart, I might be the best serial killer ever. Or at least the best woman. Because, how many times can you actually kill in your lifetime? Okay, you know what? I should edit that off. But that gives a little personality right here. That's one of the personalities. I'm a horror fan. And so, yeah. So instead of judging that person, oh my gosh, let's maybe give that mom or dad a look, or say, hey, you need some help there? Hey, what's up? Talk to the kid. Now, I will tell you, that's just not touching the people. Nothing like that. Just words. Just let them know. And if you've got a mom, if you're mom and dad and you've done that before, just let them know you're there for them, because you can teach kids, you train kids. Okay, train, some people don't like that word. You teach kids how to act. And they're not always going to get it right away. And you know your own child. So hopefully maybe these 3 videos was the last fit, because they've figured it out now, So remember, we're all humans. And we all do things wrong. And, forget about that serial killer stuff. It was just funny, okay? So I'm going to go on to my second reader story. I'm still shocked that I've gotten any email about the podcast, because, doing a podcast, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm doing this because I used to work 65 to 70 hours a week just with the kids for, 23 years. And then before that, worked in centers, daycare centers. I started getting bored, but I still want to be there to help. My boyfriend's a lawyer, and he's out of Texas. And so when he has to drive, he's a lawyer for children, CPA children. And when he has to drive to visit them, he can work on his computer if I drive. So I want to be with him. So this is what I'm doing. Yep, it's 100% a hobby. I'm just saying. So I'm shocked I'm getting any email. But you know what? That email, just bkdonna@yahoo.com. And that's B with the BE. So if you have any stories about if you're a teacher or you're a parent or you've seen something in a story, funny, sad, whatever, help, good, bad, email them to me. But this one is Elizabeth from Elizabeth in Ohio. Hi, Elizabeth. You said you actually listen, and you've listened to them all. And so this is episode 9. So thank you, Elizabeth. I'm going to have to hook up to for us to actually even talk. Now that I'm reading your story, go ahead and DM me. We'll yak and see if you've got any more stories. So anyway, Elizabeth was at a store that has a Target in it. And she's seen one of the most disturbing. And you know, everybody says, if I spank my child in a store, it's my child. You better keep your hands to your thoughts to yourself. You know how it goes. And I'm normally that. If somebody swats their child on a butt, hey, there's a whooping and there's a beating. You know what I mean? Anyway, Elizabeth said that she saw this mom getting really angry at this. She's thinking maybe 5 or 6-year-old. And the kid was wanting something she said he couldn't have. And so mom was upset, and he asked the 3rd time, which, how many times have you been asked for something? It is annoying, and we do get upset. And she was, not really paying much attention. She was just close to him, she said. And she said, the mom said if he did not get out of her face, she would knock him down. Well, he's a kid. Should he know better? Definitely. But he said it one more time. And she hit him so hard that he fell down and had a hard time getting up. And Elizabeth did not know who this was, and she didn't know what to do. Let's just agree that the mom had too much. And anytime I've had too much, you have to take a step back sometimes. Sometimes you have to be the adult and take the step back. But my question is, what do you do if you're in that case? Because Elizabeth just stood there and said she ended up making eye contact with the woman. And when the kid finally got up, they just left. But what do you do? I mean, it's just hard. So just remember, if you're watching that and you really think the kid's hurt, I don't know about you. I might be called a Karen because I might say, hey, is everything okay? I mean, very nice, very nice. That, do you need some help? But that's not a whooping. That's beating your child. And, yeah, let's just not be doing that. Sometimes we have to be the ones to take the step back. So anyway, Elizabeth, thanks a lot. And, I can only imagine seeing something like that, because I've seen a teenager get slapped in the store, and that was kind of shocking enough. But to have one that was that young, that was being annoying, who has annoying kids? Raise your hand. And I'm pretty sure every parent out there has probably got their hand raised, because other humans annoy humans. So, yes. I sure hope that was just a one-time thing with that child, if you know what I mean. But thanks, Elizabeth, for sending an email. Send me any more you want. DM me. We'll talk. Okay, I want to tell you a story about my in-laws. I met us taking family pictures at a not appropriate time to maybe get onto your child. Yes, I said appropriate. I laughed at it. Oh my Lord, I laughed at it. Anyway, we're going back to my son's 34, probably to 30 years. I'm thinking maybe 32, 30, no, I don't know, 30, 32 years. And we were visiting Indiana where my sister and brother-in-law and my in-laws lived. And they wanted to take family pictures. And it was so long ago that I went to Olin Mills with them. Do you remember Olin Mills? Are they still around? Man, I gotta check that out. That's hilarious. So we're waiting because you had to wait. They had to get things set up, and it's just for a family picture. And my niece was really tired of waiting, and we were tired of waiting, so I totally get it. And she was younger. She was a child. So, yeah, she wasn't very happy, and my father-in-law, not really ever getting onto her ever before, took his checkbook and like tapped her on the leg, didn't spank her. Listen to me. We're going to take pictures and you need to stop crying. That grandpa that thinks that's going to work. And of course, he's never done that. So she just lost it even more. And I remember we had to wait a while till we could take the picture because she was not happy. And of course, what can you say? What can you say? Not an appropriate time to get onto your child. Unless you want them crying in pictures. Because I'm a firm believer. If your kid's got that black eye and they have a school picture, keep it. Keep it. That's more memories than seeing one that you're like, what year was that? You're going to know exactly what year that is. Because guess why? They had a black eye. They had a scratch on their face. Oh, they had a bad haircut. Oh, that's a good one. I had someone saying, her haircut was so bad. Oh, you're never going to forget those crooked bangs. Which I say lightly, should I say, because I cut bangs in my hair. And it's curly. So I'm trying to figure out, is it straight? Isn't it straight? I'm wetting it down. All of that fun stuff. But that's not a reason to not keep a picture. Enjoy those bruises and marks that kids get just from playing, falling off the bed, all of that fun stuff. As my son would do, probably jumping off the back of the sofa with his boots, underwear, and Batman cape on. That's probably how he got a lot of his marks. So just remember, sometimes you might have to stand back and go, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. This is not a good time. I don't need that to happen. And just think about it. Is it the appropriate time? Is it not? And sometimes you have to think ahead. Think ahead. I don't know about you, but how hard is it to think ahead some days? Let me see, I'm thinking today's Wednesday, and I'm going to think ahead till tomorrow to think I'm not getting up till 9:30 in the morning because I'm retired. And I can do that. So, anyway. Thank you for listening again. And I know for sure Elizabeth's out there listening. So thank you for listening, Elizabeth. And thank you, Dimitri. I know you're going to probably be the second one to listen to this because I'm always the first. I try to nab it first to make sure it sounds good. And sounds getting better. Sounds getting better. And hopefully I'm learning some new stuff right here and it's going to get better and better. So anyway, thank you for coming again. And remember, thank God you're not my child.